Oh, fire up the motor. It is time for Around the Car Guy from Westside Auto Pros. And I think the topic of discussion today is going to be of interest of everybody watching TV right now and watching this program, Jackie.
Yeah, who doesn't want to save money when it comes to fuel prices and what gas mileage that we can get in our vehicles? And Ron, you have some great advice for us this morning.
I do. I put together 5 ways that everybody can save on fuel costs. And it really, it doesn't matter if gas is $2 a gallon or $4 a gallon. I mean, it's still at the top of everybody's mind.
Right.
And
you look at the sign every time you pass and try to remember if it went up or down.
It's the only product sold that the price is always advertised before you arrive. It's the only product out there that
Really?
Yeah, every place that sells gasoline has the price advertised on a sign out on the street before you even arrive, and that's the only product that we buy out there like that.
How bizarre is that? Because you need gas, period.
You're going to buy it regardless.
You have to buy it regardless.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. We should change it maybe to 6 ways to save fuel costs. The first one would be to buy it in Lou Tuna, because
That seems to be the cheap place. Yeah,
gas is always about 10 cents a gallon less there.
over
but
Flying J.
Yep.
It seems to be the one that usually it sets the standard, then everybody else will match
Everybody
it.
else will match it. But no, some of the stuff that I've got here, and this is all pretty simple stuff. You don't have to spend a lot of money to do it. It's just things you just need to do. The first one's tire inflation.
And that sounds really simple.
It's so simple, and I've talked about this on the show before. If you have one tire that's 5 pounds low on air, which none of us can see 5 pounds. I mean, even being a car guy, I can't look at a tire and say, hey, that looks like it's 5 pounds low on air. If you've got one tire that's 5 pounds low on air, it can cost you up to 10% of your fuel mileage.
No way.
Yes.
Wow.
And if you picture it, it's like taking when your tire's low on air, the car has to drag that tire, not roll it, because it's not round. So I mean,
Even that little amount.
Exactly. So picture this. I mean, go for a walk. Take your foot, turn one foot slightly sideways, and drag it as you go. There's more resistance. And so
a good way of looking at it.
It's so important to make sure that your tires are properly inflated. And we've got tire pressure monitoring systems on cars, but on so many cars, that's a comparative system. It doesn't look at, do I have 30 pounds of air? It's like, are all 4 tires within a certain percentage of each other? So you could
I didn't realize that.
You could have 4 tires 5 pounds low on air, and your TPMS system saying, hey, we're good to go over here.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
And now you're killing your tire, your fuel mileage, plus you're ruining your tires.
So how often should we check it?
I was going to say, just check every once in a while, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, every time you get your oil changed, whoever's changing your oil should check your tire pressure.
All right.
Ask to make sure. If in doubt, I mean, you can stop by Westside Auto Pros anytime. We'll do it for free. But just make sure that your tires are properly inflated.
All right. Tire inflation, check.
Yep. When you go to purchase tires, consider buying low rolling resistance tires. And these can oftentimes be identified. It's got the word Green X stamped into the side of the tire. Michelin's probably the leader in this tire, but other manufacturers make them as well. These kind of came out when hybrid cars came out. And the idea behind it is, and you can use them on any car, they get the same traction. It's always a higher end, I mean, it's always a premium tire. But what it is the rubber that's in that tire rolls across the pavement with less resistance. So it's low rolling resistance tires. So if there's less resistance as the car rolls down the road, then you're going to get better fuel mileage. And they've actually done studies, and not laboratory studies, but real world studies on this. And the result is about 5.7% better fuel economy.
Really?
What's the price difference in the tire, do you know?
They could be, depending on the size of the tire, $30, $40. I mean, it's enough that makes you think, but it's really not enough in the grand scheme of things. And we've had people bring hybrid vehicles in because they come from the factory with a low rolling resistance tire, and they'll come in, they'll complain, my hybrid car doesn't get the fuel mileage it used to. And you glance down at the wheels, and it's like, did this start when you replaced your tires? Because they went somewhere and they didn't put a Green X tire on there, and then they lost fuel mileage.
About.
Exactly. Lose some weight.
Thanks, Ron.
All right, so that's another incentive for you to get out there and start jogging around the block.
Exactly. You're going to pick up about 1% for every 100 pounds you lose, and it isn't just necessarily people should lose 100 pounds. I mean that's
Right.
kind of dramatic.
You're
but
talking about the junk in the trunk.
Exactly, exactly, and that could be the car or the people. But the sand that you put in there for the extra traction in the wintertime, that can probably come out. The golf clubs. All those clothes you've been hauling around to drop off at Goodwill for the last 4 months, but haven't. And you look at that's what manufacturers are doing. I mean, there's more plastic and composite materials,
Right.
in vehicles. Ford saved 700 pounds on the F-150s when they went to an aluminum body. So I mean, the manufacturers are in tune as well to build up fuel mileage. But go on a diet, lose some weight, slow down, tests again. Driving 65 miles an hour for 50 miles compared with driving 75 miles an hour for 50 miles, saved on average 12%. That's 2.5 miles to the gallon.
That's a lot.
Yeah, so Jackie, let off the accelerator just a little bit. And then this one's kind of cool. Buy discounted gift cards. And this applies to everything other than just gas. There's a lot of sites out there. There's a couple. There's raise.com, R-A-I-S-E. And then there's also Cardpool.
Card with a D,
Yep,
pool.
CARDPOOL, cardpool.com. And you can go there. These companies guarantee the gift cards are valid for a year.
Okay.
But you can go there and it's two things. It's people selling gift cards they don't want anymore
Right.
at a discount. And it's also companies. I went online and looked, and I mean, there's companies that are selling their gift cards. And on the gasoline ones, you can save 3 to 5%.
Wow.
So buy some gift
Money
cards
saved.
online.
There you go.
Exactly.
All right. Now, you mentioned tires a couple of times here, and we saw an email that came down that says $100, Westside Auto Pro, no fooling.
No fooling. Right now through August or April 16th, there's a $100 mail-in rebate if you buy a set of 4 Michelin or BF Goodrich tires, and that's only at Westside Auto Pros. That $100 mail-in rebate for Michelin and BF Goodrich tires now through April 16th.
Through tax day.
Exactly. So you can spend a little bit of your tax refund. You can get some low rolling resistance
There you
tires.
go. Like you're learning
And
this morning.
pick up some fuel mileage.
Love
There you
it.
go.
Well, thank you for those great tips, Ron.
This
Saving some money.
This number should be in your phone already, especially your cell phone, 225-9090, 225-9090 to get a hold of Ron the Car Guy and the whole gang at Westside Auto Pro for all your automotive needs.
Hopefully that number's not on your do not call list.
Thank you, Ronald. It is 7:20.